Speaking of nightmares.
Ouch.
Huh? Boeing Starliner did have a few more problems coming up. Now, this is a little bit of this. I don't know what the good sources on this are, but I do trust Eric Berger from Ars Technica. And some of this stuff makes sense. So it sounds like NASA wasn't quite pleased with the Starliner's performance for that for the OFT mission that was in December. Remember, we already know about the clock anomaly that made it not able to get into orbit. But apparently, because of that, it stressed its thrusters so much that NASA is really might not be pleased. I'm going to say might and maybe because we'll probably likely see all of this in the report because NASA is filing, a multi-month investigation of the issue, and they will be filing a report on it. So I'll wait to kind of see all that, but it would make sense. The thrusters were firing for quite a while. They got quite saturated. They got quite hot. Apparently, one of the thrusters didn't even fire, and 8 of them were underperforming.
Awesome.
So what Boeing ended up doing is...
I think we're just going to have to call it on these.
Shoot.
There you are.
Hey.
Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop my video. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That should help things quite a bit.
We're looking at the screen right now.
Should take less bandwidth. Yeah, and you guys are running the screen locally, so hopefully that's a little easier on my crappy internet. Okay, I'll just keep going here. So, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Okay. So one of the things that Boeing did because they were in orbit, they practiced kind of like if they were going to be going towards the International Space Station, preparing to dock. And if they had to abort from that, they fire up some thrusters and pull away. They performed that maneuver, and apparently that underperformed and may not be within like certificationable range, which would really be a shame. So. So we'll have to wait to hear more about this, but I just thought, Eric Berger, again, I do trust him as a source from Ars Technica. And if there's really problems, kind of basic problems with the thrusters and the manifold that feeds all of the different thrusters and all that stuff, this could really be a pretty substantial delay and another just absolute nail in the coffin for Boeing of like, guys, really, this had to happen now. Amidst all of the things that Boeing's already going through.
Yeah, they're having a no good, very bad year.
Yes. So I really hope that this gets resolved and figured out pretty quickly. But yeah, that's... could be a major bummer. But I want to talk about one more thing that just cropped up recently. This was apparently some reports were that the Firefly in Texas basically blew up. And what it really was, when you start reading about it, it was just a pretty normal test. And the local residents were not ready for a test of this magnitude. So Firefly Aerospace is they're sort of similar to Rocket Lab as far as scale. They're a pretty small sat launcher. Go ahead and pull up the Firefly Alpha there, Ben. And... So it's bigger than, it's kind of like in between, it's almost like a Falcon 1 sized vehicle, but with 1,000 kilograms payload to LEO. So about 4 times more than what Rocket Lab's Electron is capable of. But they were, one of my favorite things is they were going to utilize an aerospike, and then all of a sudden they decided, aerospikes are too hard, and they went with these other engines now, known as the Reaver engine. So they too have backed out of their aerospike dreams, but they basically were doing a test the other night, and I guess it went fine, but everyone reported an explosion because that's basically what a rocket engine is. But they may have had some kind of small fire on the pad that got extinguished locally, but regardless, so many people in the local community called the fire department reporting an explosion that the fire department went down anyway, and it was this whole thing, but apparently everything's fine, and that was just kind of them testing at scale like that for the first time, and it spooked out all the locals. At least that's my understanding. I didn't really have a lot of time to find out what exactly went on this one, but kind of cool that if as long as everything did go fine, that's a good sign for Firefly, because I'm ready to see those guys put something into orbit. That'd be awesome.
I like how there's a user guide on their website. Like, okay, guys, here's where you put the payload in. Okay, and if you need to take the payload out, like you just got to push this button. This is kind of funny.
First, try turning it off and turning it back on.
Yeah. Step 1.
If your thing's not in space and it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
try this.
Step 1, are you in space? Step 2, do not open the door.
But that's normal actually for all rocket companies to develop a payload user's guide so that people know their dimensions, how many G's their payload's going to experience, and at what point, the axes of forces, the resonance, the actual vibrations. All of these things actually have to be taken into account, and it's just kind of it is pretty cool actually.
It's kind of like a developer's kit.
SDK.
Yeah.
It's funny. It kind of just reminds me of like, hey, check out my new online course. Download the free PDF right here. The website's like trying to advertise you something,
Seriously.
Texas represent.
But yeah, that's pretty
all
much.
I gotta say.
That's pretty much it for me for space. Hey, thanks for checking us out, guys. I hope you enjoyed this clip from our podcast.
We do a weekly show here on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe to Our Ludicrous Future, where we discuss all the things that are going to make our future totally ludicrous.
You can join us here on YouTube or at any of your favorite podcast places. Plus, if you want to get some behind-the-scenes stuff and join a cool community, you can help support the channel at patreon.com. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, guys.